Hello, I'm Ruby Jones. Thank you for tuning in to this special edition of Spectrum Talk. This interview took place at Global Down Syndrome Foundation's Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show, held at the Sheraton downtown Denver on November 9th, 2023. I spoke to Beverly Johnson, one of the world's first Black supermodels, who serves as an international spokesperson for the foundation. Ms. Johnson's niece, Natalie Fuller, participated as a model in the fashion show, and she joined us in this conversation about what it means to support such a wonderful organization. You've been a strong advocate for Down syndrome research and awareness throughout the years. What drives your passion for Down syndrome awareness? And why did you decide to get involved with Global?
So she's sitting right here, my niece, Natalie Fuller, who I adore and love. My younger sister's Joanne's daughter. So it was Quincy Jones and Jamie Foxx that told me about Global Down Syndrome Foundation. And Quincy Jones is the best friend of John C.
Okay.
John C., who founded C's, no, Stars movies
Oh,
back in the day. He was like a pioneer in that industry. Both Quincy Jones and two pioneers are best friends. But at any rate, and Jamie Foxx's sister had Down syndrome,
yes.
and Deandra, she was just a wonderful young lady. And so naturally, I was, oh my God, it was just a perfect opportunity for me to get Natalie involved. My first cousin had Down syndrome, Sharon,
Okay.
and she just passed away a few years ago.
I'm
So she
sorry.
really had a long life for someone with Down syndrome into her 70s,
Wow.
and she was just a delight to be around. We were best friends as growing up and through the years, and you know, he was my father's younger brother's son. I mean, daughter. But there were 5 children, and we're all cousins. We love going to Asbury Park, New Jersey. I know this is long stories, but it's really important. But at some point in time, her name was Sharon.
Mhm.
Sharon was the only one employed among the kids. I
Wow.
mean, she was employed her entire life. She was just an incredible young woman. And so this is in honor of Sharon Johnson and Natalie Fuller that I've gotten involved with Down syndrome. And I always wanted to do something, but I never knew what to do. So this is my opportunity. So I've been, they say I'm the global ambassador. I must say that every interview I do, I talk about global Down syndrome. It's just amazing what they're doing. You can interrupt
Wow.
me if I'm taking too long. It's
Absolutely. No.
amazing what they're doing, and also what they're doing for Black children with Down syndrome, which has
Mhm.
never been studied before, because they have their own set of unique health challenges.
Okay.
And it's a research organization. It's absolutely unbelievable. They found the 21st chromosome, which was the Down syndrome chromosome, had um, an association with Alzheimer's.
Wow.
They
Okay.
studied, the alopecia, which happens a lot with kids with Down syndrome, and actually developed a drug so their hair is growing now.
Okay.
I mean, they've just been making some remarkable um, discoveries, and so it's just really just a wonderful foundation.
That sounds wonderful, and I'm so glad that they do so much wonderful work. I actually have a second cousin named Danica who has Down syndrome, and she's just one of my favorite people. And Natalie, I believe she's your age. You told me your age before we started, and I'm not going to give it away because I know you do not ask a lady her age, but it's so wonderful to see just such a beautiful event and, celebrating the research and the work that Global is doing. But I wonder, you know, as your niece was growing up and watching your sister raise her and just like be involved in your family, what do you think would be the most supportive advice that you could give for people who are raising children with Down syndrome and their loved ones?
My advice is to enjoy the gift that you have, and also to reach out to different organizations and centers that supply not only fun but education for kids with Down syndrome.
Right.
I think they are an absolute blessing. I know Natalie's been a blessing to us and a joy in our lives. And so my advice would be just to enjoy your child and enjoy their growth and just enjoy the love because they're just pure love.
That's wonderful advice. Now, switching gears a little bit, I know that you recently were involved in a summit for Black women led businesses in Chicago. And I'm wondering, as a Black entrepreneur yourself, what drives your mentorship and passion for working with other Black women who are in business?
Well, basically, I'm paying it forward and I'm passing it on. And when I always wanted to be a lawyer growing up, so this whole modeling thing came out of left field.
Wow.
And and once I realized that it could be lucrative and I could help my brothers and my sisters in college and my parents, I just wanted to be the best that I could be. But also I realized that you are an entrepreneur when you're a model. You're an
Right.
independent contractor.
Right.
We hire the modeling agencies, and we control our own lives. So of course, you didn't really recognize that until later on in an industry because you really think that all these people have control of your life, but you are the boss of yourself, and you are selling yourself, which is a very most people are selling a product or their voice or playing a musical instrument, but we are actually selling ourselves. So it's a very unique occupation. But I realized that I had a lot to share with other people on how basically to um, run a business
Mm,
when that business is yourself.
wow. That's inspiring. And I know that the women who have had the opportunity to work for you with you are extremely thankful for that. Natalie, I have some questions for you now. My first question is, what does it mean to you to be a part of the Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show?
Okay. I take care of my sister. She's home right now. She work in a hospital. My boyfriend called. He take home her mother.
Okay.
Mama, you never here today. 2 years. Take it to pay for you. Take care of my aunt, Beverly Johnson.
You take good care of her, I'm sure.
Get that out. She get that Beverly Johnson out there. And so she was saying her sister is Jamie Fuller, who works in the hospital in Atlanta,
Okay.
a very big registered nurse, and her other sister, Diana Richardson, is an entrepreneur. As a matter of fact, I attended one of her summits because she does do things for entrepreneurial women in the Atlantic area. And what else? And your boyfriend Carl. I forgot about
Yes.
Carl. Yes, we
Yes,
can't
don't leave
forget
out the
about Carl.
boyfriend.
He's a very nice young man.
My cousin Robin.
And her cousin Robin. My older sister Sheila is daughter brought Natalie here down here today. And usually this is a family affair. My mother would come and my sisters would come and my brother, and it would be a family affair, and it was all for Natalie, but it was all for our family too.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
It is wonderful. And Natalie, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My dad died.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's nice that he was here in the past to support you. And it's
Okay.
good that you're still pressing on and are you gonna walk the runway in his memory?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna ask you, what is your favorite part of walking the runway?
Like this.
Oh, you got your pose ready. I love it. I love it. Well, I cannot wait to see you walk the runway.
Okay.
Do you get some training and tips from your auntie?
Yeah, auntie.
Do you guys practice?
Yes.
That's great. I wish I had an auntie supermodel.
I'm gonna show you something.
Okay.
Oh yes. Okay, come back this way. Yes, and smile. Oh,
Oh, you're
yes.
ready. Oh, I love it.
I love
I
it,
love it.
Natalie.
And your sequins will be sparkling. That's beautiful. I'm going to stand up and cheer for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Natalie. Oh, you just come right out of your shell. Oh, love you.
I love it. Well, we are so happy that both of you are here, and we're so appreciative of the work that you do, Ms. Johnson, for Global Down Syndrome Foundation. And I cannot wait to see you on the runway, Natalie.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us. This has been an honor and a privilege. And we're going to really enjoy ourselves out there, right, Natalie?
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And
I hope you enjoyed that interview with Beverly Johnson and her beautiful niece, Natalie Fuller. It was such an honor to attend the Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show in support of people with Down syndrome and their families. This year's event will take place in Denver, Colorado on Saturday, November 16th, with an exciting lineup of guest celebrities, global ambassadors, and advocacy awards. To learn more, visit www.bebeautifulbeyourself.org. Thank you again for tuning in to Spectrum Talk, and I'll see you here next time with more exclusive interviews with people making waves and creating change. Take care.